Hello, Jeremy from Rhodeswood in Harrogate. Welcome back to our YouTube channel and something rather special to show you today. This is an antique trunk from the house of Goyard or Maison Goyard, and I think a thing of beauty. One of my favourite brands of luggage, certainly the vintage stuff, and indeed my own bag I use daily to carry my, iPad and car keys, sandwiches, is a Goyard bag, and that's the modern canvas. So this is in the original hand-painted canvas, 4 layers of paint, I believe, carefully building up the dots. You can see in here the secret signature, which is built into the pattern. It says E. Goyard, 23 Rue Saint-Honoré. And that chevron pattern comes from the Y in the Goyard. So they took the Y and made an all-over patterned canvas. So this has the leather trim, all of the hasps, clasps, lock, signed Goyard. And if I open this for you and lift, it's quite a heavy lid, very, very sturdy hinges, crisscross ribboning to the lid, just a couple of pieces missing, but I'm not touching that, and that doesn't bother me. It's an original piece, and I think the key with all this stuff is to leave it as original as you can. Now I choose to polish the brass. If you don't like that, it will dull over time. And if you have a look at the label in here, rather nice and makes it easier to date. It says serial number 3896 and the date 26 of the 5th, 1910, which makes that 114 and a bit years old. So that's a beautiful piece, which I think would grace a sitting room as a small coffee table or side table, underneath a console table with a mirror above and 2 lamps, in a hallway, library, on board a yacht. Beautiful thing. On the side we've got the heavy brass handles, still with a really good spring in there. There's a remains of some initials, but very, very subtle, and a luggage label. Again, I've left. Be very aware of luggage labels that are new looking and plastered on. Sometimes they're there to hide damage. But that says the remains of the word Christiana, which is the old name for Oslo, changed its name in 1925 to Oslo. So I wonder what kind of history and travels this has seen, but I certainly know for the last 25 years it's been kept in a dark room, stored and untouched, and I managed to buy this last week, just finished cleaning it, and that's I think a beautiful piece. As I say, my own bag is by Goyard. That's the difference in the canvas. This is a modern one, and this is the original painted one. They did another canvas, which I think the son, Robert Goyard, invented. It was his major contribution to the business. I think it was about 1959. He did a woven canvas for the frequent traveller, and it was patented in the 60s, and that's the same geometric design that comes from the Y, but it doesn't bear the secret signature because it was done on a Dobby loom, and in those days they couldn't weave the name into that canvas. So you may see that and think, oh, it's fake, it doesn't say Goyard. It's not, it's just a different canvas. I don't think it's as collectible. So it wasn't until 2012, with the advancement in textiles and Dobby looms, that when Goyard recommissioned the woven canvas that they first patented in the early 60s that Robert Goyard designed, they could now actually incorporate the E. Goyard secret signature into the Y formation. I believe it still is there for special orders, but by far and wide I think the most popular canvas is the printed canvas. This is the modern version. This case is about 20 years old, and it comes in reds, oranges, greens, blues, all sorts of colours. But for a vintage piece, I think the original hand-painted raised dots, 4 layers of paint, bearing the painted signature is still my favourite. And what a beautiful piece that would make for any country house or sitting room or library. And I hope you've enjoyed having a look at this piece. I certainly enjoy finding them and then finding homes for them. So please like and subscribe, and tune in again for more updates on classic menswear from Rosewood, advice, style and tips, and our vintage pieces and objects of virtue. Thank you.